Hello BTS lovers! Is the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook merely that of groupmates, or something more? This question has persisted for years, inviting sharp speculation from the public, dividing fans' opinions, and fueling thousands of fanbase theories that frequently shake social media. Now, a series of data, veiled statements, and non-commercial documentation have managed to unveil a long-shrouded veil. Is Jakook love, destiny, or merely an illusion constructed by the industry? Jakook, a combination of Jimin and Jungkook's names. Two of BTS's most popular members, is not just a hot topic among ARMY, BTS fans, but has evolved into a global phenomenon attracting attention across countries and cultures. Their relationship, filled with warm gestures, meaningful glances, and unscripted private moments, forms an emotional narrative that cannot be ignored. But why is the Jakook issue so difficult to silence, even by a major agency like HYB? Through investigations by Korean entertainment industry analysts and independent journalists, a pattern of interaction has been discovered consistently showing that their relationship goes beyond professional boundaries. This is reinforced by old interviews that were deleted, photo archives never officially published, and public responses pointing to a trace deletion of content deemed too intimate. One of the most shocking findings came from a leaked rehearsal video in a closed community. In the clip, Jimin and Jungkook's nonverbal interactions appeared deeply personal, whispering to each other off-script, accompanied by body language that displayed a level of extreme comfort unseen in their interactions with other members. A nonverbal communication psychologist consulted stated that such patterns do not emerge unless there is a strong and intense emotional closeness. Furthermore, a former BTS backstage staff member, under the condition of anonymity, confirmed that Jimin and Jungkook often spent time together far outside group schedules and rehearsals. They often went home together, even stayed over at the same place, citing getting home late to the dorm as the reason they revealed. They guard their privacy closely, but the energy between them is undeniable. Meanwhile, the public remains intrigued by their social media posts. In some older uploads, hidden clues were found in the form of emojis, song lyrics, and even clothing colors believed to be secret codes between the two. Some netizens even matched the timestamps of their posts, which were only seconds apart, an indication the content was coordinated to be connected. However, it must be emphasized that to this day, there has been no official statement from HYB or the two members confirming or denying a romantic involvement. In fact, it is this silence that fuels the speculation even more. In the world of K-pop, where narratives are highly controlled by agencies, the absence of clarification could mean one of two things: image protection or deliberate allowance for the issue to persist as a passive marketing strategy. South Korean pop culture sociologist Dr. Lim Yoon-seo said the Jakook phenomenon is not just about a relationship between two individuals, but rather a representation of the collective hopes and fantasies of fans. Many feel represented by their relationship, especially the younger generation seeking validation for emotions they cannot freely express. Jakook is not just about two idols, but a safe space for emotional representation. Interestingly, observing the development of Korean media narratives over the past 2 years reveals a subtle yet significant shift. Previously avoiding the Jakook topic, some outlets now include small references, as if signaling to the public that what was once hidden is now slowly being revealed. In a public interview last year, Jimin indirectly referred to Jungkook as the person who knows him the most. Jungkook, in one of his live broadcasts, once answered a fan's question about his ideal type with a description that, according to many netizens, mirrored Jimin's specifically. These kinds of hints continue to fuel discussion and serve as evidence for those who believe their relationship is more than just friendship. However, not all parties support this narrative. Some fans feel the overemphasis on Jakook could harm group dynamics and create unnecessary pressure. Others argue that the emotional attachment of the public to this issue has gone beyond reasonable bounds and could negatively impact the mental health of both idols. Amid this long-standing debate, one thing is clear. The story of Jakook has become a living puzzle embedded in the collective memory of global pop culture. Whether love, destiny, or simply a deep friendship, the public still demands the truth, and for the first time, piece by piece, it is beginning to emerge. Could there be an official confession one day? Or will everything remain an eternal mystery only to be interpreted through body language, song lyrics, and quiet smiles behind the stage curtain? What's certain is that the news about Jakook can no longer be dismissed as mere fanfiction. As unofficial pieces of evidence begin to form interlinked dots, and as truth is suppressed for too long, it will inevitably find its way to the surface. And now, that path is beginning to open. However, a fundamental question now arises. Is all of this real, or merely a well-crafted narrative designed to ignite public attention? In a highly commercialized entertainment world like the K-pop industry, the line between reality and illusion can be extremely blurred. The public is presented with fragments that appear spontaneous, but could very well be the result of careful calculation. So, how can we, as viewers, assess the validity of the endlessly debated Jakook relationship? Some of the content forming the basis of the Jakook theory originates from platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, X, and other international community media. Slow-motion video clips, word fragments from live streams, and compilations of meaningful glances are used as evidence steering the opinion that there's something more between Jimin and Jungkook. But it must be asked honestly, are these fragments enough to construct a truth, or are they simply interpretive portraits from a fanbase that deeply idolizes emotional closeness between their idols? Furthermore, we must examine who benefits from this narrative. Is HYB intentionally allowing the rumor to persist because Jakook's popularity keeps public engagement high? Do Jakook-related contents bring clicks, views, and intense interaction, thus being preserved not for their truth, but for their value as a commodity? If so, then the public is witnessing high-level media orchestration, not the emotional reality of two human beings. We should also ask, why has there never been a firm official clarification from the agency or from BTS members themselves? Are they trapped in a system that forces them to hide their personal sides? Or rather, is there nothing to clarify because nothing existed from the beginning? This silence can be interpreted in two ways: protection of privacy or manipulation of public expectations. Which one makes more sense to you? Critical thinking is essential in addressing issues like this. It must be realized that in modern fan culture, many narratives are shaped not by factual data, but by the emotional needs of their followers. Jakook may not be about two idol figures, but about hope, recognition, and representation of the audience themselves. Do we truly want the truth, or do we simply want to believe the version of the story that pleases us most? Let's reflect. Do we believe in Jakook's closeness because there is real evidence, or because we want the story to be true? If it turns out that all of this is merely the result of media processing and fan bias, are we ready to accept that reality, or have we become so immersed in the narrative that it's hard to distinguish what is real and what is fabricated? We do not deny that many of these facts come from sources that seem convincing. There are video clips, audio recordings, even implicit confessions that have been interpreted millions of times by the public. But let's be honest, how reliable are those sources? Videos can be edited. Contexts can be removed.